Hello, Quilt Bombers. Welcome back to another episode of Bristol Blue. My name is Amy, and if you are new here, I'm the Quilt Bomber. And the only reason I say that is because I do lots of blocks of the month, quilt-alongs and sew-alongs, and right now I'm way in over my head. Hello, Gemini June. So, on this channel, at the beginning of every episode, I'm going to share any new blocks of the month or sew-alongs or quilt-alongs that I'm aware of or a viewer has shared with me, and I share them with the rest of you. Links will be down below in the description box and also on my Facebook page, which is also in the link in the description box. So please help yourself to the links. I get no commission from anything that I post on there. So I'm just sharing information that I'm aware of because I'm always looking for a new block of the month or a sew-along or a quilt-along to join in on. And I'm hoping you are of the same category of quilter as I am. So please stay tuned. I don't always have something to share at the beginning of every video, but I have had 6 days now, I think, full of 6 days. I've got one thing to share with you today. And this again is another Charisma Horton pattern. And I'm just really adoring all of her patterns. I tell you, this woman churns out a new pattern every week, I think. Every week. And she has a lot of blocks of the month and sew-alongs going on currently right now. And I'm doing one, but this is one that's coming up in December or January, I believe. So let me show you a picture of this beauty. This is called Flora Lee. I don't know what the BOT stands for, but this is from Timeless Treasures website. I just wanted to show you a really good picture of it. The chicken scratch fabric line that she has designed will be coming out in December. And this is going to be an 8-month block of the month. So if this is something you look interested in, please take a look at the links below. I have linked the place where you can purchase her pattern on Charisma's website. I've linked her Facebook page and I've linked her Instagram page. So if you have access to any of those, my Facebook page is below. You can go see her post if you just want to look at my page. But this is a block of the month that will be coming out in the next probably December, January. There's no real date chosen yet, so you might want to follow along if this is something you'd be interested in. And keep watch of her posts. I'm not going to continue to follow along and update you as I find new information. I share it with you now, and if it's something you think you might be interested in, I expect you to do the following up on that one. I'm not going to sew along with this. Everything I share is just things I find. There will be some that I am definitely going to be participating in, and I will let you know. And if you want to follow along and do the sew along with me, I would love that. That would be so much fun. All right, so let's get back. So the next thing I like to talk about in our videos is the new assignments for the programs that I am currently working on. So today is a new assignment for a sew-along called Red Sky at Night, or it's a quilt-along, I should say. I like to use the actual term that the designer uses. And this is called Red Sky at Night. It's by a young lady company called Tales of Cloth. I believe she's in Australia. And we are in, currently, the designer's schedule is week 10, November 15th. And the things that are going to be worked on this week. So at the beginning of the sew-along, the quilt-along, you do all your cutting, like most blocks of the month and sew-alongs and quilt-alongs. But she has you working in, you buy her pattern. And then you go through the book and you make the units, like the 4 patches and the bars and half square triangles. This is just a sampling of the blocks that I have made so far. And this one here is both piece blocks and EPP blocks. These are EPP and these are the pieced. This one is my favorite. I am using a Pambuda line called 19th Century Sparklers. Hello, Diffrey Quilter. So with this sew along, at the beginning, with the cutting, you then go into making the units, not blocks. You just make the units. You're going to make a whole bunch of half square triangles. Then you're going to put all those half square triangles into something. And as the units, you finish units, the instructions tell you which blocks to be made with those units that you just created. And then you make those blocks. Well, I assigned myself kind of a different schedule. I assigned myself 3 blocks a week and an EPP block. And I have fallen so far behind, but that's okay. It gets to be dragged out a little bit longer. We get to see it for a lot longer. And if you get tired of seeing it when the quilt along is over, I will no longer show it to you. You just have to say the word. But I am currently working in week 7, which was assigned on October 25th. And I've only finished 1 block in that week. And the second block is still been cut and ready. I just need to sew it together. So I am quite a bit farther behind. The designer is on week 10. And I've printed out all of the assignments, stapled them all together, have them in a packet, and I'm kind of just working my way down the list, 1 block at a time. And I'll catch up when I catch up, or I'll finish when I finish. So right now, I think I've got myself trying to finish mid-January, something like that. Hello, Denise. My design board, this is an entire wall. I don't know the size of it. It's probably, what, 5 feet wide? All I did was I nailed into my plaster walls just a queen size sheet of batting. It doesn't even fit. It kind of rolls over there in the end. But I've got nails all the way down the top and down this one side to kind of secure it. And so everything just kind of just sits up here. But that's my design wall. Because on plaster walls, you can easily replaster those holes back up and repaint the wall. Because I do intend to do some additional work in this room at some point. Hello. Oh, this one in my hand. Thank you. So these are pre-cut pieces of foam board that I got in a packet. I think there were 7 of them in a package at Joann Fabric. All I did was just wrap it with batting and use a staple gun. Just a regular stapler, not a staple gun, but just a regular stapler. And it goes right through and holds it in. And I've had this one probably 4 or 5 years, but I didn't put any binding or anything on it. I just left it in the size that it was. I think it's 8. What size is this, I wonder? Let me get a ruler out. I think I got them in a package of 7, if I'm not mistaken. It is 14 inches long by 11 inches wide. So it's like the size of a legal paper that you put in your printer. But of course, ask any question. Please, please, please. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. All right. And here's some more blocks if you want to see what's going on with the Red Sky at Night. I chose to do the very scrappy version of this. And so I'm using like this block has all of the fabrics that are in the line by Pambuda. So I've got this very scrappy. You use duct tape, the cute kind. Yep. Duct tape works too. And you can actually put a border on it. So the thing, what I started doing when I needed to make some more, because this here, it's got a lip on the back, so I still have like some hangover. So if you put it on top of another one that has pieces like this on it, it will pick up those pieces. I have lost pieces, but I just look on the bottom of the board I was sitting in and I'll find it. But the newer ones that I did, I only put the batting, I made the batting exactly the same size so that it didn't fold, I didn't have to fold it over. I just put it right on the edge. And then I can stack these up too. And I don't think it cost very much. If I remember, it was like $10 or less, but that was a few years ago. I'm sure they're probably a little bit more expensive, but that's how I make my design boards. All right, so that is Red Sky at Night. And that is an every Friday assignment. And it started September 13th. And it goes until December 13th. And I'll probably finish sometime in January or February. But so that's the Red Sky at Night progress. I have no update. So then after I give you the assignments, I kind of do the things I've worked on since the last episode. I have no update today. I didn't work on anything since I left the sew along from last night. So because I literally went to bed like within half an hour after the video yesterday. I was so tired, and I'm really tired again today. So the next one is Hometown Holiday Sampler. This is one the block I'm doing now is a block of the month because I can't keep up with their weekly schedule. There's a lot of blocks that need to be made, and I can't keep up. So I have turned mine into a monthly schedule. The community tab here on YouTube, I have my schedule if you wish to change your progress and you can't keep up either and want to follow along with me. But I'm doing this on a monthly basis, and I'm falling behind. It's November, and I just finished October's the other day. So these are all of the blocks I've made so far. All my little twinkle stars. And each one gets a little bit bigger in size. So I've got these done. Whoops. Well, these are all the same size, but they're different blocks. So then there's this style block. And they're in different colorways as well. And then there's this style block. And this one. And then this one. And then this one. So the crew that's doing this with the Fat Quarter Shop is currently, because the assignments come out every Saturday. So that's why I'm talking about it today, is because the new assignment starts tomorrow, which is letters Q through T. So they are now sewing up the letters Q through T. And I just got star blocks done. So I need to start working on getting these little holly berry rows. And there's 59 or something like that of those. So I have no update on that. I haven't worked on that since my update on Monday when I finished these blocks. These two. So I intend to try to have mine done for next Christmas. So if you want to follow along with my schedule, just help yourself out to the community tab where I have the schedule listed. And I have that project housed in the box that it came in, the quilt kit that it came in from the Fat Quarter Shop. I think I talked about it earlier this week. I am working on 11 projects currently. I have several others that are whips that I will be bringing back out as the months go on. And someone asked about future projects. And I started putting together a January calendar, and I thought I was done with it. And then I'm sitting here thinking about it, and I have to add like 2 or 3 more projects to it. So January is getting kind of large. So, and the reason I'm falling behind is because I was unemployed for a while and wasn't working very much. I worked, but I didn't work a whole lot. I worked just to pay for my hobby. Well, my unemployment ran out, so I had to go back to work. And now I'm working a lot more hours, and so I can't keep up as much. But I'm doing the best that I can, and I'm trying to get a schedule in place where I can financially make ends meet and not have to work like 100 hours, 40 hours. I don't want to work a 40-hour work week. I'm retiring in 3 years or less than 3 years, collecting my Social Security, and really do not want to go back to work for somebody for that very short period of time. I really don't. I thought I was supposed to be done. I was supposed to be done at 55, and I'm shooting to be 59 years old. I was supposed to retire at 55. So I'm already behind schedule. So I kind of want to keep it. I liked the way things were going. But now that I have to work a little bit more, it is what it is. So I'm now not able to keep up as much and not be able to do as many projects. So I will start kind of dwindling things down. I also have a whole bunch of quilt tops that need to be quilted. So I need to be able to fund the quilting, my long armor. And so I've got a lot of things going on, and I like to share that with you and my struggles and my mishaps, because I did bring tea with me today. And if you were here last night, I accidentally spilled a whole cup of coffee all over my table and made a mess. I ruined the entire, well, I didn't even ruin it because I actually could sew on these, an entire pad for the Dragon Fruit Sew Along of foundation papers. But you iron them flat and they work still. It's just that all of the blocks that will be made with these papers are coffee stained. So I never use it with me, but for some reason I brought that cup upstairs with me and wasn't even thinking about it. But I usually have a lid on a drink when I come up here. So I have a cup of tea. I was just trying to stay awake so I could do the video. I really am tired. It's been a long, hard week. So with that being said, you guys, I really don't have any updates. I haven't sewn anything since we last sewed together yesterday. And over the weekend, I do not have any idea what project I'm going to be working on or projects that I'll be working on. I have a whole pack. Look at this. Here's my boards, all the projects that I need to work on. So, and that's, I don't even think this is all of them. So this is just some of it, but I'll whittle away at it. And I do have my favorite projects. So if you're doing the London Town Sampler, that is my favorite one right now. So I'm more than likely will probably be working on that one. Just saying. Right now I'm kind of just playing with what my heart desires at this point. So, all right. So if you have any questions, or if there's something you'd like to see, or something you'd like me to show you, or something you'd like me to, I attempted teaching yesterday. Someone had asked me if I teach things. I'm not a teacher. My brain moves too fast, and I am so afraid I cannot get my point across, or you won't be able to even understand what I'm talking about. So, because I mumble a lot, and not mumble, I ramble on, and like I'm doing right now. And so I will do my best. I do tips and tricks because I am working on the Laundry Basket Quilts birthday mystery quilt along that's been going on since January 1. There's a block a week with that one through December. And she has a different way of sewing blocks together. And I kind of do things a little bit differently. I do them a little bit more the traditional method, or I'll sew it up and then I have to sew it again because it didn't turn out right. And so I learn along the way, and I kind of share tips and tricks. I'm trying to learn how to attach PDFs to the description so that I can post my calendar of projects that I'm working on. Very similar to what Pat Sloan does, but it's not as pretty as hers. So I need to learn how to do some of these things. So I need to take some time to actually get some training on doing things. There's some other things that I'd really like to dip my my hands into and make available to everybody. But I gotta go learn how to use some of these tools. I do live videos because I'm not a videographer. Do not have the patience to sit and edit a video. I used to do that when I first started. I don't have the patience to sit and wait all day for things to come together, and I just can't. I'm not that tech savvy. I'm tech savvy because I worked a lot in the business field. But as far as this stuff goes, videoing and all that kind of stuff, I use my personal computer to do the webcam on there, and I had to go and buy a new one because I broke the other one, and so I didn't even know how to plug that in. So I needed my son's help for that. So at some point in the future, when I can afford new technology and cameras and things, I might have like the downward view of things. Right now, I kind of tilt that monitor so that you can see what's going on here on my workspace when we do our soul logs and stuff, but I'm not really tech savvy. So if you're looking for a fun video, that it's not going to happen. You can watch the replays all you want. But that's just me. This is me. I'm here authentically and in the hole, and I fall behind on projects, and I'm trying not to be sorry about it. And I think most people are like that. So, we work through how our brain manages those kinds of things, and life throws curveballs, and I had to go back into the workforce, and I'm working for myself. I'm a door dasher. So, my income there is even, I have some or I don't have some. Some days are better than others. So but that's what I'm doing right now because I don't want to go back to work for an employer and wait 2 weeks to get a paycheck. And I'm really happy doing this right now. I really am. I just wish I had more time to devote to this again, like I had at one point. So, all right, you guys, I am going to call it a night. And I will see you here Monday evening at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'm here Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And on Thursdays, we have an additional, like an hour. We go an hour and a half and sew along and work on projects and chit chat and talk quilty stuff. And I might throw in a sew along day just because I need to sit down and just catch up. And because I need to chat with people, because I pretty much sit in my car all day long talking to myself, singing and dancing to the radio. Okay, you guys, have a fabulous weekend. I will see you Monday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here. Same bat place, same bat channel. I love you. Have a good weekend. Bye, everybody.